Good afternoon, Prince from Binghamton University here once again. This video will actually be my proposition rebuttal, in which I will refute some of the claims that my opponent stated in her opposition speech. In her speech, my opponent stated some clear facts and some things that I would like to address. Some of the points being the fact that descendants of slaves are the ones who should be paid reparations, and that those people are not easy to find. The backlash of reparations socially, economically, and morally, and also the the substitutions and the other ways that we could indeed pay reparations. So first, to begin, I would like to address the fact that the descendants of slaves are rightfully the group of people who deserve reparations the most, because as we both concede that those are the people who have who have been marginalized the most of African Americans. While that being said, as my opponent stated, those people are not easy to find, and there is no real way to track down a person whose ancestry dates back to slavery. Secondly, my opponent states that the backlash of reparations could cause white anger and could increase racism. I am here to say that there's there's been a social climate of racial tension that rivals that of the 60s between African Americans and whites. We have the programs and the social hierarchies that concede that white lives, the lives of white Americans are valued more than African Americans. We've seen over the course of the last year or two dozens of stories of African Americans being killed at the hands of the police, leading to hashtags such as Black Lives Matter and a newly awakened racial tension. And lastly, my opponent states that, as we know, that America is in a tough economic time, so that paying reparations would be a hardship financially. In my opinion, reparations does not only have to be money. It does not have to only be a check given to African Americans or the descendants of slaves. For me, I think the best way reparations could be paid is, as I stated in my opening argument, through public school funding, through better job education, through higher assistance with public housing and tax abatements. These are all things that could help bridge the gap between African Americans and white Americans. In addition to that, paying reparations will boost the economy, because then it increases consumer spending, which again drives the economy back up. So with that being said, I would just like to refute some of those points, and I thank you.